Hi guys, it's Hannah, and I feel like I want to do a 24-hour reading vlog. I have not done one of these since high school. Oh, hey. Hello. I've not done one of these since high school. I think we're gonna do one today. I have the next 2 days off. I just worked today, and then I took like a 2-hour nap, which I don't take naps anymore, and so I feel great. It's about 5:47. I don't know really when I want to start. I don't want to go super late into the night tomorrow. I kind of want it to be like more of like an all-day thing tomorrow. I also got like no sleep last night, but I did take a nap today, so we'll see how long I can actually read tonight. But I'm just kind of in the mood for it, so come follow along. Let's pick out the books that I want to read. So here is my absolute mess of a TBR cart. I just like really don't know what I want to read. So I've been trying to pick like a book for the past like few days, and I don't know what to pick. My mom ended up calling me, so now I have to defrost some salmon because I'm gonna make dinner tonight. I kind of learned how to make like a really good salmon bowl. I'm coming to where there's light because I need light. Whoa, a little too much there. Okay, so I'm gonna start defrosting the salmon right now as they're on their way back. Hi, Muzi. She wants outside. It's so unfortunate that I don't get the same amount of light in my room as out there because the sun is setting on that side of the house. I don't know what I want to read. I have a audiobook from NetGalley. Actually, I have a lot of NetGalley books that I probably should be reading. I have an audiobook from NetGalley that I need to finish. I'm like 40% of the way through. It's called How to Plot a Payback. Not really enjoying it that much. I don't really listen to audiobooks. The only audiobooks that I have ever listened to were in school. So like when they would play it and we would read along, I'm just the type of person that needs to see it on a page. I'm not a audio learner. I'm a visual learner. It's not really doing it for me. Also, the guy it's enemies to lovers. The guy absolutely hates the other main character, and I can't do it. It sounds so cringy every time he speaks. It literally feels like his entire personality is that he hates her, all he says, and he has like no substance to him besides that. So kind of annoying. I'm wondering if it's just the audiobook and I would like actually like the like physical book better, but audio version, not my thing. I have like 7 NetGalley books that I need to get through. I have A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. I have Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell that's coming out. I have The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. If I Stopped Haunting You by Colby Wilkins. The Library of Borrowed Hearts by Lucy Gilmore. And I think that's all I have right now. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I just finished Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I did a buddy read with my friend on Instagram. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I don't know if I want fantasy. I don't know if I want romantasy. I don't know if I want just romance or just something else, you know? There's a lot of books on my TBR cart that I want to do like a full separate video on, like a full separate reading vlog of like Fourth Wing, like seeing if it lives up to the hype for me. And like I feel like Divine Rivals, like reading those two back to back would be really fun, that I don't really want to do in like a 24-hour reading vlog, you know? I'm a mood reader. There's no picking a TBR for me. I just got The Familiar. I've also been wanting to read Abby Jimenez's Just for the Summer because I love Abby Jimenez. I'm just so torn on reading this because I know I'm gonna love it, but I don't want it to be over. That's my issue right now, is that I know I'm gonna love it, but I don't want it to be over. So I've been putting it off and I haven't read it, which is a problem. I also want to read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. There's a lot of books. I am indecisive, if you couldn't tell. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll post on Instagram and have you guys pick for me because God knows I can't. I don't know when the hell I'm starting this reading vlog. Probably after dinner, but we'll see. currently 10:50. This light is so bright. It is currently 10:50 and I am 52% of the way through The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. And I'm very glad that I'm starting with this book because I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. A romance was just introduced, so I'm having the best time right now. But it's basically about this girl. So we start off her waking up in the hospital because she had literally just gotten hit by a car. She ends up rooming with this like famous lady of like, she owns a whole like skincare makeup brand, and she's like really well known for like building herself up and like being a girl boss and whatnot. But she is dying and she has a lot of regrets in her life. Our main character realizes that, and she kind of comes to the realization that like her herself has been not really living life fully, and so she starts this Summer of Yes. So she takes time off of her job, which she never does. She kind of convinces this like bitter old woman to go with her and to kind of patch things up with her son, and like it's a whole adventure right now and I'm really loving it. It has such a good message so far. It has a little bit of romance which is going on right now, which is so cute, and it kind of just like reminds me of like Yes Theory and their whole thing of like saying yes and like seeking discomfort and whatnot. It also is kind of based off that one movie with Jennifer Gardner, Yes Day, I think it is. I don't know if there's like other ones. I never watched it. Honestly, I'm gonna finish this tonight. I have to sleep tonight because if I do not have sleep, I will not function. And then I'm gonna have to pick what else I want to read. I'm kind of tempted to go to Barnes & Noble tomorrow, but I'm also restraining myself because Emily Henry's book comes out, I'm pretty sure on Tuesday. And there's another book that I want, so I might just wait and get them both at the same time. I'm pretty sure my sister and I are gonna go lay out by the pool and tan because the UV is supposed to be pretty high tomorrow, which is nice. I will update you guys when I finish in like 2 hours. I finished. Okay, so it is currently 12:18. This is an art. I'm gonna have to write a NetGalley review for it, but that is not happening tonight. I think I would honestly rate it like 4.5 stars. I had such a good time with it. It was so fun. It read so fast. I was like enamored by the entire thing. I loved the romance. I loved the connection. I loved how deep it was and how fun it was despite having such deep themes of like very intense family dynamics and abandonment. It was so sweet and it was such a good story, and I think it's really fun. It's just such a fun read that also has like very deep themes with it, which I always love. This book is coming out July 2nd, so it's coming out in a while. I honestly would purchase this for myself. Now we have to pick another. My friend is reading Bride right now and she's really loving it, and she was telling me that I need to read it. Do I read Abby Jimenez's book? Typically when I do 24-hour reading vlogs, or kind of reading vlogs in general, I stick to like shorter books so that I can get more done and it's more interesting. And this one's a little bit thicker. I think I'm gonna read a chapter of like all of the ones that I'm currently thinking about, and then I will let you guys know if I end up picking one tonight. Okay, I have decided. I'm going with Bride. I read the first few pages of A Deadly Education and I feel like my brain would not process and was not processing anything that she was telling me, because the main character is kind of just like spitting out everything at the very beginning, and I just can't handle that right now, so that's not occurring. So I think we're gonna pick up Bride because I started reading it and it's already kind of like, I'm literally 2 pages in, but I like how kind of like sarcastic, and I think this is a very interesting world because it seems like it takes place present day-ish but with werewolves and vampires, so I'm very interested in this. Oh, her name's Misery. Interesting. We're already starting off with a wedding, so it's 12:34. I think I'm gonna start reading this. I'm gonna go get some water first and then I'm gonna start reading this and read a little bit, probably only for like the next hour because I'm tired. So I will update you guys in the morning probably. It's 1:30. I'm on page 52 This is very interesting. I'm very intrigued on lots of secrets and also how this world works because it's so interesting. So I think it's gonna be an entertaining read, to say the least. I think this world's really interesting. I'm excited to dive into it more, and also who this mysterious Serena is. So I'm reading it like pretty fast. So I feel like it's not gonna take me very long at all, which I'm excited about. But also it's like, I'm enjoying it. I like Misery as a character so far, so I'm glad that I picked this one. But yeah, I might stop for the night. But yeah, I'm tired and I want to be able to actually read like a majority of tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna go to bed for a little bit and then hopefully wake up at a decent time tomorrow and finish this bad boy. Good morning. Wow, I look rough. My sister and I are gonna go out tanning and I'm gonna be reading out there. But as an update, I've got 9 hours and 31 minutes left. It is 11:28 currently. I woke up around like 8. I made it to 183 of Bride, so I'm like basically halfway. I'm 44% of the way. And this book is so much more political than I thought it was going to be. It is like all politics and I'm really enjoying it because it's so interesting. The romance hasn't really happened yet. There's been like some like subtle build up towards it and like obviously I know what's gonna happen, but it's fun. It's been fun so far, like getting to learn about like this world because it's divided between humans, vampires, and werewolves, and they all obviously don't get along, and like the way that they like treat life and treat each other is so different, and also their like political world structure is so interesting. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm having such a fun time with it, and I love Misery. She is such a fun character. I love her so much. She's really sarcastic and funny, doesn't have a care in the world, but also has so much that she doesn't know what to do with, and it's kind of like a newfound thing that she's experiencing, and people are breaking down her walls, which is so fun to see. And also there's like a whole mystery going on about like her foster sister and what's going on there, so I'm intrigued about that. I think it's gonna be really fun. I've been kind of flying through this a little bit and I'm really enjoying it and just wanting to be reading the entire time. So I'm having a fun time, but I'm gonna go make lunch and then I think we're gonna head outside and read for a little bit. I'm probably gonna bring this book, maybe Abby Jimenez's new book. I haven't really fully decided. I don't really know. I'm just in the mood for this right now, so we'll see if I bring another book out with me. But right now I'm really enjoying this and I definitely can finish this fairly soon and fairly quickly because I'm having such a good time with it and I was not really expecting that, to be honest. Been a few hours. I went outside with my sister and we literally just laid in the sun for 2 hours because we were listening to the entirety of the Tortured Poets Department. But I did end up finishing Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I think I would give this like 4 stars. I really enjoyed my time with it. I think it was super fun and it was so politically heavy that I just adored it. But we have our main character Misery. She's a vampire and she ends up getting wed to a werewolf to kind of just like bring both of their species together, hopefully not start a war. But through that there's a lot of political battles happening and it's so interesting. And Ali Hazelwood's set up for another book in the series at the end and I am so excited for it. I will definitely be picking it up. I flew through this. I had so much fun with it and I'm really glad that I read it because I had so much fun with it. So maybe I would give it like 4.25. I was really invested in this world. Just honestly want to just keep reading it more and more. From there, we came back inside once I finished this book. We finished the Tortured Poets department. We came back inside. I took a shower because I felt gross and it was hair wash day anyways. And I've just been reading. I ended up picking up The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo because I have been wanting to read it. I really want to jump back more into Leigh Bardugo's worlds because I read Six of Crows like way back in high school, like right when it was coming out, and I loved it, and so I really missed her writing, so I was really happy to have this. I've tried to read Ninth House and I just haven't been able to get into it. I really want to though. I want to push through, but I decided to pick this one up. I don't really know too much about it except it's a historical fantasy. It takes place in 16th century Spain. And it's pretty good so far. I am 88 pages in. I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's a lot of more world building and it's kind of an interesting transition to go from like something that takes place in our time period to a historical fantasy. I'm not really into historical fiction that much, so this is kind of a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it's Leigh Bardugo, so I could not pick it up and I've been wanting to read it for a while. I want to know what it's all about. So far it's about this girl who has magic and she is kind of just wanting her life to change because she's a scullion, so she wants her life to change. She wants a better life. So she kind of reveals this magic to the people that she lives under, and they kind of use her as like a party trick until she gets discovered by some other people, and now she's going to go into this like competition thing to meet with the King of Spain. So lots of things are happening right now. I don't fully know everything. We've got 4 hours and 24 minutes left because it is 4:41 currently. I think we're gonna end up making pizza for dinner. I think that's the plan for tonight. I'm gonna go read some more and I will update you guys. Page 213. I don't know if I'm gonna finish, to be honest with you. It's like almost 7, I think. And I still have to go make dinner and I'm only like halfway, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very, very political and societal structures are so interesting, and it's very woven very interestingly because it's takes place in like 16th century Spain while also having this like magic element, and there's just so many layers to it, and there's a lot of characters that you have to keep track of, which can be really hard at times, but like eventually you kind of get the gist of everyone. But it does take a little bit of time. It definitely takes a little bit to like get into. I am enjoying it. I think it's a very heavy read because there's just so much going on, and it's a historical fantasy, so there's gonna be a lot going on, but Leigh Bardugo weaves in a lot of folklore and very historically accurate and inaccurate things, and it's very interesting like what she crafted, because it's during a time of like a lot of religious persecution, and like religion's a huge thing in this book. It's during that time of like one day you could literally be fine and you're like everyone's looking for like a miracle, and then the next day you're literally burned at the stake. So it's very interesting. It's a very dangerous society. It's a very interesting society on just like how they all interact with each other. The trials are going on right now and something big just happened, so I'm invested, but it did take me a while to kind of get into, which is kind of unfortunate. Guys, I freaking did it. It is 8:50. Hello, it's 8:50, so I have 10 minutes left and I finished, which is crazy. I need like actual light for a second. I'm not gonna talk about this right now because a lot just went down. A lot just happened. And we have our house fan going. So I'm gonna talk to you guys in the morning. But I did really enjoy this. I don't know what I would rate it. I think I need to like marinate on it for a little bit because just so much happened. And honestly, I kind of wish that I didn't read it in 24 hours because I feel like I should have like sat with it a little bit longer, but I'm gonna sit with it tonight and see and update you guys in the morning with all the stats, all the things, all my thoughts. So I will see you guys in the morning. This readathon has ended. Okay, hi friends! It's the next day and we have finished my 24-hour reading vlog, and I read a lot, which I am so happy about. So first off, we started with The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. This was an arc that I got off of NetGalley. I really enjoyed it. You have this like big accident or something and it just kind of propels you to live life to the fullest because you realize you really haven't been. Because I think a lot of us can get very caught up in life, and so I think that book really helped, and there's Milo, really helped in kind of pushing me to realize, because I've been very like stuck. I feel like, especially moving back home after graduating college and whatnot, I've been feeling very stuck, and I feel like that kind of just helped me like push me a little bit forward and like actually make me live a little bit more. So I really enjoyed that. It was, I think it ended up being 374 pages or something like that. Then from there, we moved on to Bride, which one of my coworkers told me to pick up literally that day because she was reading it and she was obsessed with it. So I was like, I have to. And I've been really wanting to get to this. I loved this so much more than I thought I was going to. It was so fun and entertaining, and I loved the politics of it. I was so surprised with how political it was, but I really just enjoyed my time with it, and honestly, I would reread this, and if she wants to write more books in this world, I wouldn't be mad because I'm a little bit obsessed, not gonna lie. It's really fun and good. And this book was 396 pages. Then the final book of this reading vlog was Leigh Bardugo's The Familiar. I have been wanting to get to this since she announced it, and I bought it right when it came out, and I finally got to it. I think it literally came out like a week or so ago, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm actually kind of proud of myself for getting to this so fast, but I did really enjoy this. It's very political and very heavy and set in this 16th century fantasy world during the Spanish Golden Age. I almost was so mad by the ending, but then it was okay. But I was thrown for a little loop there. I think it was really hard to get into because it's so heavy and it deals with so much historical things that are going on. And also I saw that Leigh Bardugo also said that it deals like a lot with her family history and whatnot. So it's it's like pretty heavy, but there is like a little bit of romance thrown in, and it definitely talked like you're recounting this. Those types of books are always kind of hard for me to get into, I guess. I'm just like not really a historical fiction type of person, but I did really enjoy this. I want to get a little bit more into that genre because I feel like if I just expose myself more to it, I will enjoy it more. I would probably give this like 3.75 stars now that I'm thinking about it, maybe 4 stars. I'm kind of leaning towards more 3.75. So overall, I'm very happy with the amount of books that I was able to read. We read 3 books and the total pages, 1,149 pages, which is a lot, and I'm very happy about it. If you guys liked this, let me know. Maybe I'll do more in the future. I just had the day off, so I thought it could be kind of fun to do, and I've been really in the reading mood. I definitely probably could have read more if I didn't sleep the normal amount that I normally sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you want to get to any of them, what you thought about them. The first one is coming out, I believe, July 2nd, so keep an eye out for that one. It was very fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you guys want more reading vlogs in the future, but I will see you in my next video soon. Goodbye!